All right, here we go. Consistency. That's what it's about. We had that big win against Vegas, and now we got to come out hot, come out playing hard, maintain leads, finish checks, shifts down ice, really get them on their heels. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. We're going to lock in. We're going to stay good. We were good. We're going to stay good. We're not falling back into the slump. We are showing up, and we're sticking around. Hey man, you ready for the game? Brother, you have no idea what I'm about to do. And disappeared. The Capitals, Kraken, Flames, Kings, and Lightning warned me about this. Low quality fans of a high quality Bruins team. That is not a dub. I owe you an apology. I genuinely do. I owe you an apology because this is the kind of game that requires a dog to be in the opening bit, right? It requires a fluffy little love ball. And I have 3 of them. Well, one of them's kind of a huge asshole. But he's still very cute. You deserved that. Here's the problem. My dogs were smart enough to go to bed after the second goal. I'm guessing most of you weren't. I certainly wasn't. I watched the whole thing, because of course I did. So, really, we're all just proving that my dogs are smarter than us. So, take that as you will. On a night where Vegas got thumped 7-2 by the Buffalo Sabres. On a night where the Carolina Hurricanes blew a 3-goal third period lead to lose in regulation. This one still feels worse. And I'll tell you why it feels worse. Because I'm a Bruins fan. I don't give a shit what the Canes or Knights do. That seems almost too fair. Like, comment, subscribe. Nailed it. I'm a little bummed. But I can't help but kind of be laughing. Through the third period meant nothing to me. I kind of believed in the beginning of the third. I'm like, if we get a quick one here, we took like a penalty immediately. It just got funny. It just turned into being funny at a certain point. At a certain point, you have to laugh. I've got a lot of practice in my life failing so hard that eventually you just kind of have to laugh. You just gotta laugh at it. And that's what the Bruins did tonight. They failed so hard. So hard. I don't want to see them laughing. I don't want to see Monty laughing. Who, again, Monty's not getting fired. This has to get way, way, way worse for Monty to get fired. And the portion of the fan base who says that is very loud, right? Those of you who are not including Monty in any of the criticism, that's bizarre to me. Now, I'm not sitting here trying to crush Monty, but he's got to be part of the equation, right? I mean, this was... How is your team this unprepared to play? They even said it before the game. It's so hard to find time in the season for actual practices. You got 2 of them before this game. What did you work on? He might as well have said nothing. We just hung out, had a couple beers, chilled. That's not what he said. He had a whole explanation. Details through the neutral zone. Hey, Monty, whatever the fuck you did, undo it. Undo that one. The neutral zone? It was not good. Everything I'm going to talk about, not good. 3 players showed up tonight. Lauko did everything that he possibly could to stand out, and he did. McLaughlin had moments. It's not about the goal, but he had moments. His energy was there. He was active. Olmark wasn't fantastic. He wasn't flawless. But that man held down the fort On odd man rush after odd man rush after odd man rush, he makes the save. If there's a rebound, he found out real early in this one, if you give up a rebound, get fucked. We're not helping you. That's the message he got from his team tonight. And I mean that. That one, there are times where I push back when I hear you guys say they didn't have effort. They didn't give a damn about it. I didn't see the effort tonight. Outside of those three guys, I didn't see the effort tonight. I didn't see anything. And if I'm Olmark, I am kind of looking around like, what the fuck, guys? Like, really? You couldn't even skate for me a little bit? I mean, Boquist, dude, that third goal, I think it was the third goal. How many times did you let a guy with the puck walk right by you? I'll give you the answer. 3. What are we doing? What are we doing? Like, not to get dramatic, but it's disrespectful. Not to the fans, not to the organization, not to the spoke B. It's disrespectful to your teammates who showed up. It's disrespectful. What they did to Olmark through at least 40 minutes, really the whole game. But I think even Olmark at a certain point was like, whatever. But what they did was disrespectful. It genuinely was. I don't feel like that's an overreaction at all. And we've got a murkier situation coming up. It is March 2nd. The deadline is 6 days away. And Sweeney's got to be sitting there like, what is this team? Like, who deserves to stick around, right? This team's second in the division. They're looking to make the playoffs, comfortably. They should make the playoffs comfortably. They will make the playoffs comfortably. But you can't be a seller if you're in that position. But after a 10-game start, which we went 9-0-1, or 9-1, whatever it was, we're 500. Our raw win-loss total is 26-26 since then, with some real stinkers in there. You're not going to be a seller. I truly believe that. There might be some people sold off. I'm not saying that, like, there's not someone going to be moved, but it's not going to be a piece that you see for your future getting moved. I mean, DeBrusque. But you're also not going to sell off guys that you think can help you this year more than what they'd bring back. It's just not going to happen. I don't think the organization is looking at it that way. But every decision is going to be made with 2-3 years down the road on the mind. That's become very clear to me. Let's talk about this game. I'm rambling too much. The Islanders are 5-3-2 in their last 10 compared to our 3-2-5. On the season, they have the 13th ranked power play, the worst penalty kill in the league. They're 21st in goals scored and 23rd in goals allowed. And Sorokin is not playing up to his standard. Vibes are gross, man. That team isn't happy. Here's the thing. You might say, well, local, that's not really fair. They got a new coach. Let's look at the numbers since then. Great point. Great point. And there is improvement. God, you guys are good at this. You're good at this. If we only consider the game since January 20th, when Wall was brought on, the Islanders are 6th in goals allowed per game during 5-on-5 hockey, and 29th in goals for. Kind of rough on the offensive side, but that's progress still. That's 5-on-5. The full numbers, not great. 19th in goals allowed per game. They dropped from 6th to 19th thanks to a penalty kill that is allowing a goal almost 35% of the time. Not even the worst penalty kill during that stretch, by the way. Hello, Anaheim Ducks. There's your monthly Ducks mention for those of you who wait for that because you're a weirdo. Yeah, the numbers are bad. 22nd in goals for, which is much better than 29th, thanks to a 14th ranked power play at 21.4% during that stretch. So, their power play, middling, but getting by. Their offense, 22nd during the Waugh era, is not amazing by any means, but it's an improvement. And the defense, if their penalty kill could pull its collective head out of its ass, would be stellar. The thing is, with all those negative facts about the team, you watch them play and you go, yeah, that feels right. And then you watch the game tonight. And the Islanders and the crowd, oh, bless that crowd. That was a good one. The Islanders wanted that the whole time. They were engaged the whole time. And you know something they didn't do that the Bruins have been famous for the past couple of weeks? Get a big lead and then stop playing. They pushed the whole time. You got to give a ton of credit to the Islanders after this one because they made that win happen the whole time. The Bruins, on the other hand, Marchand, Coyle, Pasternak's going to be your first line. It's a first line that we know doesn't work. We know that, but we keep doing it. JVR, Zacha, DeBrusk, Heinen, Geeky, Frederick, Lauko, Boquist, McLaughlin, Wotherspoon, McAvoy, Lohrei, Carlo, Forbort, Shattenkirk, Omark. Omark had won the previous 2 meetings against them this season, not this one. The McLaughlin call-up makes a lot of sense in a vacuum. Brazeau is hurt, so you need to fill in that fourth line spot. I would still have loved to see them mix in a higher talent prospect and trickle JVR or Heinen down or some sort of mix of that. But hey, they would have preferred to keep in and out on that same line. Whatever. Forbort is in for Grzelcyk, who is managing day-to-day soreness. So that's what we can expect there. They are both expected to play in Toronto, but they're just not available today. That was Monty's quote. Let's talk about this stupid game. Puck drops! 3:32 in. Lohrei, we talked earlier this season about this. Stop overextending, dude. Play defense. Play defense when it's time to play defense. Why do you have to impact the play before the play happens? Sometimes preventing things just helps, you know? You're not playing prevent defense. You're just playing the role of preventing goals against. That would be nice. That would be nice. The way this works is it's a breakout from the Islanders in their zone. Dobson has the puck on the right side of their zone. And he sees that Palmieri is behind Lohrei on our blue line. Great pass. Great pickup by Palmieri. Not offsides. Collects. And he has a breakaway because Lohrei tried to take a stab at this pass, which was out of reach, rather than back up and control the play. Either way, it's a breakaway, and he's going to beat Goalmark low glove side. It's 1-0 early on. Okay, recover. That's fine. It's so early. It's a 1-goal lead. It doesn't really mean anything in. 5:11 in, JVR for holding. We're going to go to the penalty kill. 15 seconds later, as Jack Edwards is talking about how our penalty kill has been really good lately and how their power play has been really shit lately. Face-off won. We won the face-off, and Carlo has the puck behind that face-off dot, and he swings it around the boards, and I don't know, man. Maybe Zacha was hustling. Didn't look like it to me, because Zacha seemed to be listlessly headed towards that puck, allowing Nelson to come in and just pick it up and move it with zero pressure or anything. He's going to get the puck over to Barzal in that left circle. They've got the triangle set up. Palmieri is to the right of Ullmark, just 2 feet over. Quick pass to him. He immediately passes up to Horvat, who's in that bumper position in the slot. Horvat launches it. Save is made, but Palmieri gets the lucky bounce right to him and has a wide open net. He's got 2 goals in the first 6 minutes of this one. 2-0, power play goal. And 8:44 in, thank God for Ullmark. Because Forbort passes the puck to McLean in the defensive zone. Gives him a free bid on Ullmark. Ullmark shuts the door 5-hole. Brutal play. Really encapsulates what this team is about. And then 7:41 left of the period. We're down 2-0, and Palmieri is going to get his natty hattie off of one of the worst shifts of hockey I have seen all year. It would take me 20 minutes to point out every single mistake that was made on this shift. It was abysmal. But let's start it where Carlo pinched into the neutral zone while the Islanders had possession. Seems like a bold play. Certainly is, because of course, that now leads to a 2-on-1 against Lohrei. Now look, the play gets broken up. They miss the pass. Nothing comes from it. But they also retrieve the puck and manage to get set up. They'll then push the puck to Lee, who is skating through 3 white jerseys untouched, and he's going to get a sharp angled chance. Ullmark is going to be there for the save on that one. It's going to bounce up to Boquist. Oh, by the way, Lee went right by Boquist. Just walked right by him. Nothing. No contact. Anyway, bounces right to Boquist. Boquist bobbles it. It just sits in the middle of 4 different white jerseys. No one jumps on it, leaving Peugeot with way more hustle than all of them to leap in, grab that puck, and recollect to allow them to set up once again. Well, Peugeot, as he gets everyone set up, he's going to work this puck up to the blue line. It's going to get up to Polak, who's on the right side. He's going to walk with the puck directly past Boquist, untouched, right in on Ullmark. He shoots. Ullmark makes the save, but then no one's there for the rebound. There's plenty of people there, but Palmieri's going to walk right by Boquist, pick up that puck, and throw it into the empty net, and it's 3-0, Boquist. What are you, on a scoring streak, so you're too good to play defense now? You're on the fourth line, bud. Wake the fuck up. What the hell was that? And it's not just him. Any one of those players could have impacted that shift. Every single one of them stood around. That whole shift. Just abysmal. 5:54 left. Cizikas gets a breakaway. He misses it wide. Thank God. Well, what does it matter, really? But still. 3:17 left. Aho, the better Aho, Sebastian Aho, for hooking. We're going to go to the power play. There was 2 really great chances during this power play. Both of them were 2-on-1s by the Islanders. That first period was just nonsense. Absolute nonsense. So the second period starts, and let's have a little belief, and let's have a little pride, and let's put this game, like, back in view, you know? Let's do what other teams keep doing to us, and pot a goal or 2, and make them sweat. Make them grip the stick a little tight. They don't want to blow this. Make it difficult on them. No Zacha to start the second, which obviously is a loss, and that changes some things. He has a lower body injury. He would not return. 47 seconds into the second period, the Bruins have a 2-on-1. And Marchand toe drags his defender to open himself up for a wide open chance from the slot. He decides to try a pass to a covered Pasternak streaking down back door. Pass never gets to him. So he turned away the shot that was right there, wide open in the slot. You're down 3 goals. 10 seconds later, it's in the back of our net. Because that's a fast break the other way. And it's sort of a 2-on-2, maybe a 3-on-2 kind of setup for them. But Palmieri from the left side, he's going to feed Peugeot on the right, who is wide open, as Wotherspoon was way too close to McAvoy's man. Not sure what his plan was there. Wotherspoon goes down to block it. Peugeot goes, that's just fine. I've got a trailer. He's going to whip it back up into the top of the slot for Lee. Lee's going to launch this on net. He flubs the shot. It actually goes, it looks like to me, it goes off McAvoy's chest and bounces down. Ullmark sold out on that, leaving the net wide open. Lee picks up the rebound, chucks it into the empty net. It's 4-0. I'm more pissed about Marchand not shooting the puck, honestly. That's the thing I'm most upset about with that whole clusterfuck. But here we are. It's 4-0. You're a minute into the second period. 4 goals is a lot. I get you. You could still raise the pressure. You can. Have some pride. 2:48 in. Lauko and Cizikas for roughing. 4v4 for 2 minutes. And they dominate the 4v4. You finally get a little more ice, a little more space, and you get bowled over on it. About a minute into that, Ullmark has to make a huge save on Romanov, who's going down Main Street untouched. The defense has completely given up at this point. Ullmark hasn't. He makes the save. 30 seconds later, another stressful save for Ullmark as we give up a 3-on-1. That was fun to watch. And then the 4v4 ends. 6:34 in. Wotherspoon wrecks Palmieri into the boards. A little bit of life. I think the hit might have been a little high. No call on it, though. Palmieri would return. It was a little scary for a minute there as he struggled down the tunnel. 9:36 left. Carlo turns the puck over behind our net. Carlo had a terrible game. He really, really genuinely did. Everyone did. But Carlo did have a bad game. Islanders corral it. Horvat from the left corner. He's going to chuck this to a completely uncovered Nelson coming down the right side. No one would pay attention to a single defensive coverage. At all. He shoots. Ullmark makes a crazy save. There's a rebound. Still no one there. It's still just Nelson. He hits it over Ullmark on the rebound. It's 5-0. So, we're respecting ourselves. We're respecting ourselves. 5:30 left. It's on. The comeback is on. It's an odd man rush after a block shot, broken stick-ish play in our zone. JVR on the left side back diagonal to McAvoy in the slot. Everyone prepares for the shot. Everyone sells out for it. McAvoy, the extra pass. But the extra pass was to a wide open McLaughlin who would have a wide open net, and the only way he could possibly fuck this up is if he completely missed this pass. He didn't. It's an easy goal for McLaughlin. The guy deserves it because he was one of the few people who actually had energy tonight. It's 5-1. Go into the third. And just first shift, make a statement. It doesn't have to be a goal. You've lost this game in all likelihood. But make them earn this win. Make them at least, if you didn't make them work for the first 40 minutes, make them work for the last 20. Buck 44 in. Omar swats the puck away when it's in the air. It goes over the glass. They call delay of game on him. It's kind of weird to me. This is a weird one just because I get why they call it. It makes sense to me, but also I'm like, can't you kind of chalk that up to them like saving it? I don't know. Either way, it was clearly not going in the net, so whatever. We kill it, says that. And then 7:42 in. Geeky for hooking. We kill it. Neat. 5 minutes left. Dobson for interference. Power play looks terrible. There's no silver linings here. Like, that's a game. 5-1. There's no silver linings. There's nothing fun to talk about with it. The Zacha injury opens up a whole new world of hurt here. If he's injured long term, we didn't have a lot of center depth to start with. This changes the entire landscape. Is Zacha that important? He probably shouldn't be, but he is. The deadline's murky now. It's the only way you can look at it. It's murky. We're not going to be big sellers. We aren't. But also, you can't justify trading real assets to bring in help. You just can't. You can't justify that right now. Not for a team that's been 500 for 4 months. I'm sorry. I just don't think you can. I love the unrelenting optimism. It's how I watch hockey. I wanted to believe we were going to win that game up until about 12 minutes left of the third. At that point, I'm like, okay, probably not making it happen. I can be optimistic about this team and get to the playoffs, see if we can pull off some upsets and see what we can do, right? But I also am not going to use that optimism to justify doing stupid things that are going to prevent this team from getting better. And making short-term moves right now doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. This team, genuinely, it's going to sound harsh, hasn't earned it. You know how last year we went all in? Orlov and Bertuzzi and Hathaway and went all in. That team had earned the right to sell the future to go after a cup that year. They had earned that. Didn't work out. It's a whole different conversation. This team hasn't earned shit. Haven't earned a damn thing. Right? That's not like harsh or mean. It's just the truth. They haven't earned anything here. So what are we doing? Why would we... Sounds stupid. Why would we invest in this? Right? You have to smartly invest in sports. I'm not giving up on this team, not waving the white flag. This is a playoff team that can, if things go right, make some noise. You can't give up the future for this run. Not that you have much there to give up anyway, but you just can't. You can't do it. That's as negative as I'm willing to get right now. Trade deadline's coming up. We're live streaming that day. And then right after that, I am across the world in Thailand for 2 weeks. So that should be interesting. I already know the jokes are flying. I already know. It's fine. You make your jokes. Make your jokes. Go Bees. Go Bees! Once again, guys, thank you so much for watching, but it is time to give a shout out to our high quality inspectors. We've got our top line tier inspectors. We got Brock Nope, Han Slomo, Coach D, the Bugman, the Atomic Lizard, Bradley Johnson, Aaron Adams, Just Aaron, Darren Woodbury, Brett Arney, Pinsen, and Nick Citrullo. Thank you guys so much for your support. It is greatly appreciated. And of course, massive props to these absolute stallions, the all-star tier inspectors. We have Bruins Smash, Jason Ozzie, Bruin Connolly, Hyle E. Coyote, Adam Ella, Jonathan Harvey, Joel, Abraxion, Jacob Pratt, Tupton D. Tashi, D.A. Kingery, The Only Newts, A Tasty Snack, Doots42, and Jeremy. You guys are absolute studs. I can't thank you enough. And go Bees.